Hi, my name is Chris Arnold. I'm 29 years old. I grew up in the area in East Patchogue, and currently I am a fifth year elementary physical education teacher at a dual language school in New York City. I work in a pre-K to fifth grade setting, and I just want to thank you for taking the time to view my application. As I mentioned, I work in a dual language school. We have a large French program and an even bigger Spanish program, as well as a lot of English language learners amongst our student body. Not only are we a culturally diverse school, but we're an incredibly socio-economically diverse school as well. We have very affluent families in the community, as well as families, for example, that come from low-income housing. So, which you can imagine, this creates a very unique population. I strongly believe that physical education provides virtually unlimited possibilities for making connections across these diverse backgrounds that we have. PE really brings students together through sport and movement. In physical education, first and foremost, dealing with these diverse backgrounds comes from first knowing your students as well when you can get to know their families and connecting with the community. I make a strong point to provide students with evidence that there are differences amongst one another and to embrace the fact that just because someone may not look or act like you, they are still a person just like you. And throughout every unit, I try to teach different multicultural role models in sports, as well as teach students about their own cultures and heritage through sport. I've been successful in creating a classroom environment that teaches students to be respectful of opinions and differences of others, even if it differs from what they are normally used to. Personally, the most successful way I've been able to implement diversity into my curriculum is having a full unit about the Olympics. Even on non Olympic years, I still do it. It's something that we usually do in the winter. It's like our field day before field day. We have our field day at the end of the year. The Olympics is around December, January, and it's really a school wide event that everyone gets very excited for. I couldn't think of a better way to highlight different cultures in physical education than to have a unit about the Olympics. It's become a unit that the students really look forward to every year, and you'll see in pictures at the end of the video how we really get together and celebrate as students get to represent countries, classrooms get involved, and there's a lot of interdisciplinary teaching that happens, which is really great for bringing the school together and tying in PE on a bigger level, and it's been really great. Students make a strong connection to cultural differences, different languages, different values, etc. in that unit. First, making sure every student feels that they are seen, felt, and understood regardless how they learn. As I stated in the previous question, there are different types of learners, and it is important to touch on all those different types of learners in each lesson so every student has the opportunity to find success. Next, establish a strong classroom culture through organization and structure. So that means having clear learning objectives, having clear classroom rules and expectations so learning can happen safely, having clear standards for performance, for example, rubrics, clear and concise instruction, so that's just not verbal instruction, that's physical demonstration as well. But during verbal instruction, academic language needs to be grade level appropriate, so it is clear and understanding for the students. Variety in the instruction, so that things don't get too dull during your lessons. Obviously, not doing the same activity for an entire period, constantly scaffolding to the next thing to keep the students engaged is very important. I went to SUNY Cortland, and something they always talked about was making the lesson challenging but attainable. And that's a great way to enhance student engagement, and something I always keep in the back of my mind. Focus on engaging all three learning domains, and always check for understanding. Next, keeping learners intrinsically motivated. So that can be through providing constant feedback and scaffolded learning, as I said before, providing independence, because some students work better alone, and you have to understand that there are different types of learners, and providing personal and real-world relevance. Finally, involving the learners. So you can involve learners through peer-to-peer interaction and discussion. Sometimes students do better listening to one another. So peer-to-peer observation is something that I use pretty often, and I think it's a great tool to enhance discussion, and it's a good opportunity to discuss academic language with one another. Opportunities for independent learning and group work. Finally, it's PE, so you got to make it fun. Again, I just wanted to thank you for taking the time to watch my video and check my application out. I appreciate it very much. I'm going to leave you with maybe like a 45-second clip of some videos and pictures that I have from my 5 years at my school. And again, thank you for your time.